I'm Jennifer Angel. This is your horoscope overview, Cancer, for the month of July. And wow, what a lot is happening this month. It's certainly an exciting time. Let's have a look right opposite you first, your sign, which is your solar seventh house, all to do with love, relationships, intimate partnerships. And we have the full moon there on the 12th. Of course, you're ruled by the moon, so anything that happens to the moon right throughout of the month can affect you greatly. And this is why as a Cancer you can be a little bit changeable, because the moon is changeable. But anybody that knows you well loves you and can just ride with those changes. I have a Cancer moon, so who's born on the full moon, so I certainly understand the Cancer, and of course I have quite a few Cancerian friends, so I seem to attract them. Pluto is in this position of your chart as well. It's been there for a while. It's going to be there for some time. It's a slow-moving planet. And right at the start of the month on the 4th, there's an opposition between Pluto and the Sun. This is a very intense aspect. The Sun, of course, is our most powerful energy, and Pluto is known as the power planet. So put that together in the first week. The second week we have the full moon. It's like things can get a little bit of a shake-up, or a lot of a shake-up around your relationship area, Cancer. So if there's some cracks in a relationship, then this is a time when you can really look at them and do something about it, because if things are starting to break down and nothing happens that forces you to get in there and work at it, then of course it's leading down the track of disaster. But so with the full moon and this Pluto Sun opposition, it does give you a chance to look at how are things in your life with your relationships. Are you happy with it? Did you want to make some changes? Are there some compromises that need to be made? Are the compromises going to make you cross that line you never said you would cross? Or are the compromises okay? And only you as an individual can answer those questions. Okay, now I want to have a look at your solar 5th house as well, which is another area where love affairs can start. It's a very creative area of your chart, and also to do with children and around the family area. So we have Mars is actually in your solar 4th house, has been all year. It's going to move out on the 26th. So it's in the 4th house, which is all to do with family, your domestic scene. When it moves out of this area into the 5th house, let's not forget that Mars is the planet of passion. It's a very assertive energy. It does have two sides, like everything in life. It's either assertive or it can cross over to aggressive. Let's not forget that Mars is also the warrior, known as the planet of war. So it does have that rash, impulsive, aggressive energy as well. Okay, but in that solar 5th house, it's almost like if you're looking for love, then it can happen towards the end of this month and into next month. Almost like a magnetic attraction that you just can't ignore. It's so strong that it's there. So you can, and if you're in a relationship, once things get sorted out at this first half of the month, then they can get better and reconnect in a passionate way for the second half of the month, and certainly in this last week of the month. So a few things to consider and take into account there. Okay, let's go back now and have a look at your solar 2nd house, and all to do with the monetary area of your life. Now, Jupiter, the planet of abundance and expansion, and also knowledge and growth, is been in your sign for 12 months now. Jupiter stays in a sign, it transits through a sign, takes 11, 12, 13 months. Mid-month on the 16th, it's going to transit out of your sign and ingress into the next sign, which is Leo. But for you, more importantly, it's your solar 2nd house, very much to do with your security, your security as in your home, not home as in family, but you know, how secure you feel with your material possessions. And because that second house is about money and possessions, but it's also very much about how you feel, how worthy you feel of having what you want in your life. And let's not forget the second house is ruled by Venus, and Venus is the planet of love and money. So with Jupiter coming into this area, it's going to stay there, as I said, for a 13-month period. And Jupiter is like a lucky planet. I like to think of it as a lucky planet. That's my little puppy dog down there wanting to be heard. So you want to really focus on, particularly this month while this move is happening, focus on how you feel about, how deserving you feel about attracting your dreams, hopes, and wishes, okay? Because with Jupiter, it's like what you put out there is magnified. So when you're putting out your thoughts and feelings about material wealth and support and money, you want it to be positive. Now, as a Cancer, you have like a knack of attracting money, or a knack of timing, particularly of knowing if you're making an investment in. I always think that Cancers have that sort of tinny, which I think is more of an Australian term, knack of just being able to pick the right time. A lot of this is to do with your intuition as well, Cancer, because ruled by the moon and a water, you know, being a water sign, you're a highly intuitive sign. And if you can, once you learn to take notice of that and learn to work with it, then it really, you're miles ahead of anybody else, because you're a cardinal sign, so it makes you proactive. You're a water sign, so you've got all that natural sort of instinctiveness happening there. The sun is going to move into your solar second house on the 23rd as well, and the new moon is there on the 26th. So all this, it adds up to a fresh new start around finances, okay? So I hope this is the beginning of something really fantastic and fabulous for you. Now, with your career in your solar 10th house, Uranus is another slow-moving planet, been there for a while. It comes, it does go retrograde on the 22nd, so that last week of the month can be a little bit disruptive. So write it out. Try not to make any rash decisions. Of course, as I said, as a Cancer, you don't want to make any decision unless it feels right. Does it look logical? Does it look great on paper? Yeah. Does it feel right? That's really the telling story at the end of the day, and you can't go against that. You really, if it doesn't feel right, there's a good chance it's not. If it does feel right, it probably is, okay? That's the rule. All right, Cancer, have a fabulous month. There's certainly a lot of excitement happening. We've got Venus and I can see the sign Mercury moving into your sign this month as well. So there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of action, all right? So I hope something fabulous comes out of it for you. I'm Jennifer Angel. Thanks for watching.